Hello everyone and welcome to this, my video on use of trigonometric identities for integration. Yes, I had to read that, who can remember that? Hopefully this video finds you well. I'm Darren from Maths Guru, but you probably already know this because you've been watching my other content, haven't you? No? Oh, please watch my other content. No one else watches it. What am I going to deal with today? Well, as it says behind, understand what it means by the products of sines and cosines. Now, this particular video forms part of the Unit 3 and 4 VCAA VCE Specialist Maths course, but is actually relevant throughout the world. So don't worry about it if you're not in Australia, or in fact understand what half of those initials actually meant. Fingers crossed this is going to be useful to you. Now, it builds on previous videos, again, most of which can be found on mathsguru.com, free to sign up and hopefully very, very useful. There's also general maths and methods on there as well. And I'm led to believe that most of the videos are pretty good. Now, the overriding principle, as I say here, if you've been watching any of my previous videos, is to make sure that for the whole of this, you remove powers of sine or cosine. Now, that comes with a bit of a caveat, because in a previous video, we could work out the integral of cos cubed of x. How do we do it? By substitution, and that was a pretty good video. What about, though, the integral of cos squared of x dx? Now, actually, that seems to become a little bit more complicated. Doable, but a little bit more complicated. Or is it just a trick? Now, the thing about integration is the best way to do well in this is to answer as many questions as you can, to trip over, to fall flat on your face, to seek help, and actually find all those tricks that are used. Because once you've seen them, and there's only so many of them, you'll pretty much be guaranteed in any VCAA exam to do really, really well. At least I hope so, right? So again, in the previous video, we went, oh, well, hold on a moment. We can do this because what we used was the idea that sine squared of x plus the cosine of squared of x was equal to 1. That was a trig identity, very, very useful. So we said, well, okay, we can rethink of that then as between 0 and pi on 2 of cos squared of x times the he says not being able to write properly today, times the cosine of x dx. Now you're saying, well, because we then said we're using substitution, let u is equal to the sine of x, du by dx was the cosine of x, and life became a bit easier because dx became equal to du on the cosine of x. You're saying, how did it make it easier? Well, because I can now rewrite this as 0, pi on 2, that becomes 1 minus sine squared x times cos of x dx. That now becomes the integral between 0 and pi on 2 of, no, because if you remember, we can't, once we change it into u, we can't use the same terminals because it doesn't make any sense. That became 1 minus u squared times the cosine of x. dx became du. On the cosine of x, they cancelled, and ultimately that just became du, which made life a lot easier. So it was using substitution, it was using the trig identities, and this one here is one that I will never ever forget. I've been using that for about 40 years, and it comes up time and time again. There are many, many others. What about this one? Cosine squared of x. Well, okay, I could try and do what we did before between 0 and again pi on 2 of 1 minus sine squared x dx, and let u equal sine of x. So du by d of x becomes the cosine. We got a problem. And the problem is there is now no cosine of x in here to effectively cancel out there. And that's sort of what I was saying in a previous video. You've almost got to think 3 steps ahead. It's like a game of chess where you've got to think 3 steps ahead to try and work out, well, is this substitution going to work? Oh, well, that doesn't work. And what makes it complicated is that squared, right? That power of sine or cosine. So there must be other ways of being able to do it. Well, of course. So here is a shot of the new, again, VCAA formula sheet for 2025. Last year, for some strange reason, they did pages that were landscape and portrait all in the same document. Why? Makes no sense. But now they've made it slightly easier. There is a new formula sheet for you to download and probably have that handy. Now, when I first started teaching Spec about 7 years ago, I have to say, when I worked through a lot of the VCAA exams, the most important thing to me, believe it or not, was the formula sheet, because that nudged a lot of my memory. I didn't have a summary book because I was, as a teacher, I didn't have a summary book. Yes, I had the textbook to nudge me in the right direction occasionally. But the formula sheet was actually amazing. So why is it helpful? Because again, if I can turn a power of cos into something like